It is so dangerous to assume that because somebody doesn't have a mental health condition or that they're not linked with a therapist, that they can't be suicidal. Today, I'm going to share with you 12 warning signs of suicide in teens. Hey friend, welcome back. My name is Mallory Grimste, and just in case you're new here or you need a reminder, I am a teen therapist licensed to practice in the state of Connecticut. I am here to help you build confidence and learn healthy coping strategies that actually help. If you're concerned that you or somebody that you know may be considering killing themselves, please connect them with help. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and can be reached at 1-800-273-8255. Here are the 12 warning signs of suicidal thinking in teenagers that you need to know. Feeling like a burden. When people think that their presence is annoying or gets in the way or is troublesome, they're less likely to think about staying alive. Being isolated. It's really normal for teenagers to want to separate from their parents and their families in an effort to what we call individuate or create their own identity outside of their family as they are growing into adulthood. I'm not talking about that kind of isolation. I'm talking about the kind of isolation that happens when they isolate not only from their parents, their family, their friends, school, they drop out of sports, all those sort of things. Increased anxiety. This one's a little surprising to most people. A lot of times people associate feeling suicidal and considering killing themselves with depression. And that's not always accurate. When somebody is feeling highly anxious, it means that they are really stressed out, they're feeling overwhelmed. And when it's really intense anxiety, it can be so uncomfortable that you just want it to end. And this leads to the next factor. If they're talking about feeling trapped or in unbearable, unmanageable pain, whether that's physical, emotional, financial, social, any of that, that's something to pay attention to too. Any increase in substance use is risky. This is usually an indication that they don't feel comfortable experiencing their emotions. This next one may seem obvious. So if somebody that you're worried about starts looking for ways to kill themselves in terms of like how can they access lethal means, so this can include anything that feels or seems reasonable or unreasonable. Remember, if somebody is feeling so overwhelmed that they're feeling like suicide is the only option at this time, they're not necessarily thinking clearly, they're not thinking things through. Increase in anger or rage. Now, this is so important to pay attention to in teenagers and children because anger helps protect us from intense, uncomfortable emotions. And that's why sometimes an angry child may actually be depressed. Extreme mood swings. You may say, but Mallory, my teenager is always moody. It is so normal for teenagers to have a huge range and variety of emotions and for the intensity of the emotions to fluctuate and ping pong back and forth. If this is happening more and more often and it is affecting their relationships and it's coupled with some of these other symptoms, it's worth talking to a mental health professional to tease out, is this typical teenage mood swings or is this an indicator of something else? Expressing hopelessness. When people are experiencing suicidal thinking, they cannot see or express or feel any sort of hope in their life. So if they're not thinking about or talking about future plans or what's the point, this is something to pay attention to. Any consistent change in sleep. If somebody is sleeping too little or too much on a consistent basis and it's not improving, it can impact their thinking and judgment and mood. Talking about or posting about wanting to die on social media or with friends or family, even if it's in a joking manner. It's meant to be taken seriously. Making plans for suicide. If somebody has actually started to develop a plan to complete suicide, please link them up with help and care now. This is something really serious. You can call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline 24/7 at 1-800-273-8255. And if you're interested in even more ways to feel better or how to help yourself or a friend through their mental health condition, please watch the video on your screen right now. Make sure you hit subscribe so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching.